Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I am on a holy quest. Charged by God with a holy quest to make Knights work in Standard. We've all been pretty hyped about Knights Tribal since some of those early spoilers like Murderous Rider, and yeah, Knights were the kind of the key tribe. We saw tournament grounds so that Knights might have decent mana. We saw inspiring veterans so that Knights had a lord. We lost all those Ixalan tribes, and it was clear that Knights is the new tribe in town. So the tribal fans were going, yes, our Knight deck, Knights, Knights, Knights. And then the set came out and we played our Knights decks, and they worked for about 5 minutes before we found out they get obliterated by everything. So I've been trying to find a Knight deck in the Mardu colors. I've built Knight decks of all different color combinations, Rakdos and Orzhov, black-white, black-red, all the different colors, mono-black. I have a mono-black Knights deck I actually enjoy. But I really wanted a Mardu one that combined it all and used tournament grounds to bring everything together. Tie the room together and get all the great Knights in the same room, on the same team, on the same quest, and can we go win some darn games? So I wrote about this deck for Cool Stuff Inc. That article should be live now if you're interested in checking it out. So there's a lot of writing about what I included and why, if you want more details on that. So yeah, go to coolstuffinc.com, look in articles, and look for your boy, Covert Go Blue, CGB. Yeah, with my Knight thing. I shouldn't do the ya boy. That's somebody else. That's not me. What am I? I'm me. I'm just me. I'm CGB. Anyway, this is designed to be the most aggressive possible Knights deck. I cut out a lot of the Knights that are more value or oriented, like Order of Midnight. Had to go. Gets creatures back out of the graveyard. Awesome. Great. Just too slow. We wanted the fastest, most aggressive Knights here. Acclaimed Contender. You know, this is a really awesome card that we all thought was going to be a sweet Knights payoff because we get to dig 5 deep and reveal Knight and put it in our hand. And it just sounds so good, but too slow. Too slow. This is more like the white aggro decks from last season where we have 16 1-drops. We just want to put creatures on the board. We want to play Worthy Knight and make Worthy Knight good because there are a lot of Knight decks that don't take advantage of Worthy Knight's 1/1 human creature tokens. They just are like, well, a 1/1 is nice. It was good enough for Hero of Precinct 1. It's good enough for me. But if all your stuff buffs Knights, if you run like all Icon of Ancestry and Inspiring Veteran and Smitten Swordmaster, they pay off for Knights, but they don't do anything with the tokens. So here to make the tokens a little better is Unbreakable Formation and Venerated Loxodon. It's also not ridiculous to name human with Icon of Ancestry. You have a lot of human Knights in here. This is Human Knight, Human Knight, Human Knight, Human Knight, Human Knight. Human Knight, there's just some of these zombies and a Vampire Knight. One little Vampire Knight named Knight of the Ebon Legion, which is a freaking sweet card. So yeah, Murderous Rider is a removal spell right now. The mana is really tough. Remember that you can't cast Swift End, the spell side, with Tournament Grounds. You need multiple black sources. So we've got 4 swamps, basic swamps in the mana base to make it possible to cast the Swift End side of the card. I love the matchup with red. The matchup with Golos is tough. Obviously, if they do a sweet curve, nothing is really beating the Golos Field of the Dead decks right now. And this deck is kind of in the same ballpark. If they have a sweet curve and your draw is anything less than godlike, you will lose. But against a lot of mid-range decks, Smitten Swordmaster is a beast. The ability to build a big board, then burn the opponent out with Curry Favor, where you gain X life and they lose X life, where X is the number of Knights you control. Pretty great stuff. So the Knights deck can get there. It can do powerful, wide board, awesome things, and I really hope that we get some of those interesting like mid-range decks or low to the ground aggro decks as opposed to the constant Field of the Dead decks that seem to be around, because I think my matchup will be good, and I think this Knight deck may be able to have legs. Maybe somebody out there can tune it, get the mana or some of the card choices, some of the flexi spots a little bit better, and maybe they can make a sideboard that works, and maybe we can have Knights as a real deck in Standard. Let's go play an event and see how it goes. Somebody said they wanted to hear this. Let the nonsense begin. All right. Wow. On the draw, a lot of Anthem and a Worthy. Seems good. We're up against red. Seems worse. Or land. Seems terrible. This is falling apart quick. Let's rally, I suppose. There's a spitter, spitting, doing spitty things. Yeah, our opponent with a decent start. Where were you last turn? Fervent champion. So the opponent will probably kill this, right? I would rather play it when I can also get a 1-1, because that could matter, so I'm better off playing the veteran. If we want to know if our opponent has a shock, we can go... I don't think they have a shock. Still, I think we just get down the veteran. I think we want to make absolutely sure that we get a token. If our opponent has Spitfire and we don't draw Murderous Rider, the game is pretty much done, but looks like instead it's a Chandra's Triumph. And yeah, so right now it's Cavalcade without Cavalcade, which isn't scary, as long as we get something going. 13. There's a Venerable Knight. Alright, well the first striker is really good against their little guys. Just trying to decide if I want to deploy it now and the opponent might kill it, but the opponent will definitely kill the Worthy Knight, not the Fervent Champion. So let's go. Now I got some little dorks. And hopefully next turn we can start deploying some of our other creatures to overpower them. We can't cast both Inspiring Veterans off the basic swamp, which is a little frustrating, but we'll see what we draw. Opponent pumps Dodger and gets in there. Okay. That's it? That's all you got? Alright, let's hit hard and leave a mark. Inspiring Veteran. Opponent has something, but it might just be activating the Dodger. Oh, I tapped both my white. Idiot. Watch out for auto tap with Tournament Grounds. They do not know how to use this card. Auto tap is completely bamboozled on this one. Alright. I do want to leave up another blocker. And it should probably be the 3/3 because Shock can't remove it. Maybe I should just leave up 2 blockers. It seems like if I get my Elephant to happen, I should win anyway. So having multiple blockers doesn't seem bad. The question is, what else would I leave up? Yeah, I can leave back the Champion as well. Okay, the opponent does have a shock. But I has the Elephant. So the opponent can make the Dodger unblockable anyway. If I wanted to, I could get a punch in, but I don't think it's worth it here. They might have a Scampering Scorcher, something to try to stack the damage up. Legion Warboss counts as that too. Nom. Alright, Smitten Swordmaster. Well, that lined up. Here's a white mana. Here's a Venerable Knight. Here is the Inspiring Veteran. Pounding the pavement. Building up the squad. Here's Curry Favor. Drain ya, gain ya. Up to 16. Opponent down to 16. Have some tokens. Trying to decide if you want to get busy as well, or if I want to leave these cards back to deal with the Legion Warboss. I think you can stay back. You are a very difficult card to deal with, but I don't have another Knight attacking to give the first strike bonus to, and it's a very good blocker as well. Yeah, this is fine. This is just fine. Down to 8. Let's see if the opponent can somehow super multiply their damage here. When in doubt, poke me with the Dodger. Alright. First strike you, and can't do anything about Dodgy Boy. Can't be blocked except by creatures with Defender. We're all too busy being aggro for that. The stage got lit, the Spitfire is there, the Chandra's Regulator. Looks like they made a real hybrid deck of like Chandra Tribal and... what would you call it? It's a hybrid of Chandra Tribal and the Cavalcade. Boom. Where's your life? Your life is leaving you. Let's send a message now, shall we? Yep, too much power for the red deck to break through. Smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, 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 smash. Worthy Knight, Venerated Loxodon. Let's see, we got Foulmere, Worthy, Smitten, a rider that's probably never getting cast, but we do have Elephant Jesus. So let's go. Let's make things happen. Just smash the Foulmere Knight on turn 1. It's the worst of our 1-drops, but at least we have a 1-drop, my friends. Maybe this Murderous Rider has a future. I don't know. The black sources are the more important ones to get on the battlefield, plus if we draw one off the top, then Murderous Rider is online. We can actually fire it. Next turn is interesting looking already. We can Curry Favor. No. Actually? Yeah. Let's go. Behold the power. I can still Curry Favor this turn, can't I? I can also just cast the Swordmaster. Hype. And I think that's totally worth it. And the opponent wants to kill the Worthy Knight, I'm sure, anyway. So here we go. We've got Dorks. That's turn 3. Baby. Let's see if the Gate deck has untapped red, Gates Ablaze already. They're looking at this like, huh? Excuse me? How much are we attacking for next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Bay of Wishes, welcome to the battlefield. All right, we got another Worthy Knight. Yeah, we just want to pump the Knight of the Ebon Legion. The opponent has to block that then. Oh, we can also just kill this, right? No, we can't. Doesn't produce black. I've got to remember this every time. All right, so what is the play? I think with just damage. We've got enough on the board. Our opponent's surely trying to get to a sweeper at some point. And don't call him Shirley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we'll just pump it. The board is plenty wide. Now let's see if you can recover, opponent. I guess it's Ritual of Soot or bust. Plaza of Harmony, 3 life. Okay, that is a thing. Kaya's Wrath, that is a thing. Okay. Okay. And now my hand is not the greatest. Wow. Talk about the exact card you needed in the sequence. Yeah, wow. Well done. Ugh. I feel pretty annoyed. So if I hadn't played out the Smitten Swordmaster, if I had just gone with the Loxodon and the Curry Favor, I think I would have won. I think that was a mistake. Guess I got a little cocky that I was running away with the game. Got a little bit satisfied with myself. So do you have another Plaza of Harmony to get? You took a Field of the Dead instead. Oh, that makes me so angry. All right, I guess I'm casting you as the life-linking creature to make another dork. Say go. When you can't cast your Murderous Riders, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Tournament Grounds doesn't create mana that you can use with the Rider. Time got wiped. Kaya's Wrath Golos. Is that like new innovation? I have not seen anybody able to Kaya's Wrath me, but I came up against exactly the wrong Golos matchup at the wrong time, I guess. Alright, let's play another one. I know that would have allowed me to use the Rider, but right now my whole line is to draw Curry Favor with enough critters out to win it. and hope that the opponent doesn't know or think that I can burn them out. So, like, taking the time to Murderous Rider the Golos, I think, is bad, while having a 2-3 to block the zombie is okay. Yeah, attack me. Go ahead. Alright. Not so much. Here's the Veteran. We'll bring out the Loxodon Jesus in the future. But we need the Knights on... We need our Knights on the board. Okay, Beanstalk Giant. Just... making things better and better out here. We also would have had lethal if we could have cast this on time. Ugh. I'm gonna have regrets from this game, aren't I? We had our nut draw, but we didn't finish the job, and I misplayed it. But you learn as you go. Every situation takes thinking. Every situation's different. Yeah, the zombies are definitely here. They do have to attack through a Murderous Rider, which negates small zombie attacks. Not big ones. Alright, here's a Venerable Knight. Let's cast off these two. Say go. And we have 3 Knights. We have 3 Knights. We could top deck. No, that's not how it's gonna be. What a perfectly executed game plan from the opponent. What a poor example of how to beat the Gates deck I have given you. Negative 37. Yeah, champ, vet, Venable, something. We can try it. We can try it. To battle. I mean, you've been in since the beta. You got your built, the sleeve. You know, you got your avatar. I know you know how to play your cards. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. I have a Fervent Champion. It's a first striker, so it can square off with all the little 1/1s from the Cavalcade deck. Or the mono red deck, whatever this is. Okay. Gonna be one of those. Settle in, friends. I like putting out things that they have to remove to get through right away because they usually draw the shocks. And if the shocks are used, then the Inspiring Veterans are more likely to live. If the Inspiring Veterans are more likely to live, everything's bigger, etc. Well then. Talk about expendable. Okay. Alright. Timing. Timing, friends. Timing. You do that first. Alright, there's a Skewer and a Tin Street Dodger. How do we best tax their mana or make this awkward? If I shock to put out the Knight, that's the Veteran, that's probably not worth it since they'll find a way to skewer it. If they have one more land, they can Tin Street, unblockable it, then skewer it. And then they don't get in with their Spitter, or they can just go land skewer. But the Venerable Knight is sort of a similar tax, and they don't want to kill it as much. So maybe they'll skewer my face. That's one more creature that's alive, not dead. And we also save ourselves 2 life on the lands. And then next turn we can Venerable Knight, tap land, and the next turn we can Murderous Rider. Get Unbreakable Formation ready to go. We don't get anything out of the +1/+1 counter on the Knight. That's a little bit unfortunate. There's also a question of if we trade this turn if the opponent attacks. It's possible we want to keep this so that a counter goes on something else later. Castle Embrath, the one that pumps everything. Both attackers. I think I just take this out so it doesn't block in the future. The opponent's likely to be skewering my face anyway. Well, maybe I just let that be. If I get to keep my creature and it gets bigger, that's better for me. Sure, the Rimlock Knight. +2/+0. This creature can't block. It's a 2-mana 3/1. And you skewer the knight. Okay, we kind of revealed that we liked it, but I'm pretty happy about that. Save the worthy knight until we has... Well, right now if the opponent doesn't have a removal spell, this is great. And then it just starts cranking out tokens next turn. It's pretty great. If the opponent's out of the burns. Are they ever out of the burns? Okay. I don't think there's anything to stop me from trying to take a block here. And I think, it's kind of tough, but I think we just do this one. If the opponent pumps it, great, but now they can't get that damage through turn after turn around my lifelink. They have to attack through the lifelink. Okay. And here's the 3/1. I don't know, it feels like it's all going pretty slow for the opponent. So I think I just want to cast the Rider. But having some veterans on the board is probably better. So I'll pay 2 life, we'll get another Inspiring Veteran, and then we've got a pair of 3/3s to say go with. They don't block the Rimlock Knight, but they make the Rider pretty good. Alright, our opponent found another mountain. Their Embreth can be pumped. But we'll block here. Down to 6. Are your last 2 cards double skewer? Single skewer, but they go for the Veteran instead. I guess they just think they're going to win that way. Alright, Murderous Rider, lifelink mode. Hopefully we've drawn out all of their crap. And we can do this now. Now they do have this castle, so they can force a trade. Their last card is Frenzy, why not? Let's see if they attack. They really can't here. Alright, that's a good draw. So we can't lose anything in combat, so if I play this and leave up a black, we can still play Curry Favor. And let's not let our opponent know it's coming. Those can't block. I guess there was no decision to be made there, so it didn't matter. And now we're up to 7. Our opponent, or no, we're up to 13. Our opponent's down to 7. After the action is cleared, the opponent gets a land off their Frenzy. And will there be anything else? There's Slaying Fire, 4 damage to the boss, the Inspiring Veteran. Well, you inspired. You died doing it, but you inspired. Okay. Coming right at me. Why? They can't block, so you may as well attack, right? I guess if I'm trying to kill my opponent. The question is, do I take it? I think I just make the opponent have some kind of a way to kill the Rider. Yeah, it's not there. Alright, slams. Up to 16, and we've got a lifelinker. And we say go. See if our opponent can throw together an amazing Burning Frenzy turn. Robber of the Rich. My hands are bare. Not very good with Frenzy. No blocks. I can't stop Spectacle if I wanted to, so I may as well keep my lethal threats. Skewer the Knight. Okay. Slaying Fire the Rider, but you're out of mana now. Death by inches, but we got there. All right. We've got the black mana and lots of things to do with it, and a veteran. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Hello, person. Another red deck. So exciting. Let's throw a Knight of the Ebon Legion in the way. 4 lands is a little bit scary. Don't really want to flood out against this. Cavalcade on 2, but that's not going to do you much good. You can't attack there. So, now what? You could play Inspiring Veteran and get him for 2. I think we might be better off playing the Foulmere Knight and the Knight of the Ebon Legion, just going wide. Just going wide and pain-free thanks to tournament grounds. And we can poke the opponent for one, it's fine. Yep, Smitten Swordmaster's getting ready to do work, but let's see if the opponent can have one of those explosive starts, because we don't have removal. Yeah, that's scary. I'm not gonna lie to all of you, I was afraid. They get one amazing turn, because... Oh wait. I don't have double black to cast the Swift End again. That's rough. That hurts. But I guess I just try to take it to my opponent big time, right? As much as I can. Do I shock for a Curry Favor that does 4? It's a net gain of 2 life. It's not bad. I'm definitely attacking. Am I attacking with everything? The Foulmere Knight might need to stay back and eat something. But maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm just supposed to try to end the game. Still, I need to tax the Dodger for the mana, I think. I think we're just going with the Knights. Yeah, 1 block gets it. Opponent takes 2. Pay 2 life for this. Hit with the Curry Favor so that our Knights grow. And our life total grows. But this Spitfire is about to get busy. And if our opponent has a Scampering Scorcher, that's game. I mean, that's just game. Red combo. Oh, okay. I'm actually really surprised that's in the deck. It'll make the next turn really good, but this turn is not going to be really good. So I'm probably casting Murderous Rider, which is horrible. No, I'm probably better pumping a Knight, right? Or playing a Smitten Swordmaster, that's lifelink as well. Anyway. Let's pressure the life total. Threat to kill you. Alright, there's a block over there. This is 8, 9, 10, 11. If the opponent's worried about the other Curry Favor, they could just be dead. But we're trying to force them into some bad, into some chump blocks. And the opponent's thinking about it, and they're going for the chump block. Wow. So I feel like I should play the Swordmaster. We can't lethal the opponent this turn, but having the 2 lifelink on the board might be able to throw off lethal, since the opponent has to attack to get their Cavalcade triggers. Down to 8. Here's the Swordmaster. Here's the tap land. Here's growing the Knights. What can Chandra, Spitfire, and Cavalcade do? And does it equal 21? Here is a risk factor. The opponent doesn't have time for that. Extra cards won't do much good if you're dead. May I has Black Source so I can just Murderous Rider this thing and not worry anymore? That would be nice. I would like this. I should be, when it's Swift End, I should be saying I'm going to murder this because it's Murderous Knight, but I keep on saying we're going to ride that. Something wrong with me. Okay, the opponent goes for second Cavalcade, gives me the GG. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, it looks like I've got him. Alright, now I'll GG ya. Alright, I don't trust it. I've too many crazies out there. It's hard to trust it. Nothing personal. I can't see your face. I can't see the losing in your eyes. Yeah. This is good. We got the colors, we got the beats. So who starts the party? Fervent Champion can start the party, right? World Champion Javier Dominguez. His shiny sword. Get in there, buddy. Yeah, send a message to the fox. Shock yourself. Once upon a time. Weird. I guess you have a play on turn 1 no matter what. Oh, it's Golos. Okay. Well, isn't that nice? Everybody's favorite. Send a message. Let's do it. Darn it. Look at them blocking. What a load of crap. Alright. Worthy Knight. We're gonna get swept probably off the board, but we're going to try it. One must just go ham. There's not much else to do or say. There's another land, it gains a life, and another land, I'm sure. Alright. Nice draw. This will make tokens. Unfortunately, I can't curry favor and play Swordmaster, but I could just cast the Swordmaster and grow the team, or I could grow this team as it is. Curry favor right now stands to be a 3-point swing, but sometimes these games really do come down to burning the opponent out. Since nothing gets through right now, I think this is just what I'm going to do. And since this can attack next turn and I'm out of things to do with my mana anyway, I'm going to play the land tapped. Am I? Yeah. I'm going to play the land tapped because I can probably smitten and play at the same turn. If I draw another knight, I want the max possible smittenness. Yep. Yep. Golos. Yep. Yep. Awkward. My attacks aren't amazing anyway. Golos is definitely eating something. I guess I just go as wide as possible and hope there's no wrath. If there is, there is. Alright. Great favor. And we just want to boost up pretty much everything that's smaller. And I think that includes you. All right. We built a board. Let's see if it all disappears. Sometimes you gamble and fail miserably. All right, Krasis. And zombies, I'm sure. Yep. Those grazers. Oh, wow. All right, well, we need to do that first before we lose anything in combat. Then we smork. Who gets bigger? I guess the lifelinker can get bigger. Free blockers every turn. So rude. All right, get some damage in. I don't think we're quite done yet. I'm still waiting to see the big wrath, right? Okay, they're gonna change their mind on that grazer. Down to 5. Here's my Swordmaster, make a knight. Well, are they all dead? Do they die? Some Golos builds don't run Plaza of Harmony. This has cost me, like, this is a big deal in this game. It was a big deal in the last game. It gets those aggros. It gets them. Okay, well, you haven't played your Wrath yet, which leads me to think you might have to make a decision on this turn. Can you stay alive? If you don't, blow it up. Yeah, the timer is running. Like, what are we up to? Second Golos. That's for a second field to make more zombies. Opponent could have attacked first. I'm pretty sure I would have taken it. I know I would have taken it, but it's fine. Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't really matter. All right. Can I top deck? This is 5. This is 7. There's a bounce. No, I can't top deck. That's disappointing. How many knights do we have? Only 3. Fairy Favor doesn't really get there. I guess I have to make them do it again. All here. I've got to make them do it again. But yeah, Murderous Rider would have been nice. A lot of decent options there. That's going to turn out to not matter too much. The opponent's going to 2. I have 2 knights. That does make another Swordmaster a good draw. Okay, well, they changed their mind on that. They figured that part out. Yep, changing it around a little, taking their time. You can do that when you block. Now they're at 4, and see the difference that made by moving those blocks around. Now they're at 4, and I've only got 1 knight. Oh, that's gotta be game. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. We tried. It didn't work out. We're at 33, they're at 4, but it's over. Our opponent goes first. Cryptic. We've only played against red decks and Golos decks so far, but it looks like maybe something's about to change here in what could be our final game. We are at 3-2, which means we are trying to win back the money I put into playing the event. So this is a big one. Anytime you can go 4 wins or better, you should be pretty happy about it. It's over a 50% win percentage in Magic is a challenge. Wow. So I don't recommend blocking a first strike creature with a 1/1 Healer's Hawk. I think our opponent, I think they space cadetted that one. All right, let's get worthy and go wide. But so far we've beaten 3 red decks and lost to 2 Golos decks. Seems to be telling us what we need to know about the format right now. Yes, 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 yes. That can pump the champion, so it can keep attacking. We can play another Venerable Knight. Our Worthy Knight's also a 3/3, so it can keep attacking, and the board is wide. And the white deck says, I can't beat that, and they hit the road. Extreme aggression, John Cena style. All right. 4th win, money back. Love it. On the play, it's a little slow without a 1-drop, and I hate keeping hands like that, but I think I can here. I think this is going to be okay. We've got some strong stuff on the play and a Venerated Loxodon. Gotta be optimistic. Get the Shrine down. More black cards in the deck than anything else, so having the black source and not having to pay for it later is good. Grazer. Yep. Gates again. I am less optimistic now, but we will try. There's not much else you can do. The deck is just so smooth and so consistent that everything has to line up to get the W. And that's just tap land go. Maybe there's some hope in there. We would cycle a Swordmaster when we only have 2 knights. I think we may wish to. If I play the vet, that makes a knight, but we're still 1 land. We're still short. We are still short of using the Venerated Loxodon this turn. But we do get to attack with the Worthy one. Try to panic our opponent and get them to spend their grazer here. All right, down to 15. Long way to go, it feels like. Field of Dead tapped. 3 mana does what? Deputy of Detention. Okay. Shuts the Worthy Knight down now and has a 3 toughness blocker. That's pretty strong. So this is where we... Yeah, this is where we venerated Loxodon. So you come down. You come down. Pay 2 for this. You come down. I am ready for the Wrath of God. At least that was the old school card. It was literally called Wrath of God, and it said bury all creatures. Back when bury was like destroy but can't be regenerated. Kind of like exile. But yeah. But not exile. Yeah, basically destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. Bury. Throw that in your old school Magic lingo. Pull it out to impress your friends. Can't cast it. Oof. It burns. Keeps happening. All right. I feel like I should hold it because I might be able to cast it. So before I attack and lose some creatures in combat, let's curry favor. And let's smork. Send a message. Get there. Let's go. They want to block the veteran, sure. But I still get a bunch of damage in. Deputy. Oh. That tells me a sweeper's coming. That's a sweeper that's coming now. But we gotta hold back. Good game. Is it a taunt? No! They didn't have it. They just gambled that they would draw it. Okay. Alright. Whew. They don't always curve out into the perfect. Not always. I beat a Golos field deck. They had a bad draw, but I never beat them, so I'm happy. And so now this is just, yeah, like whatever happens now, at least I got a win over one of those Field of the Dead nonsenses. Let's Once Upon a Time, shall we? Everybody else is doing it. I don't know that this hand is great, but it's a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and 3-drop of Loxodon, so it's hard to mulligan. Temple of Malady. All right. And to the bottom. Bring forth the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Giddy up. Gate. We're doing this again. We're doing this again, friends. All right. Fine. If we're gonna do it again, we're gonna schmork hard. We're gonna get him. If only I could have squeezed one more damage in there somehow. Second Fervent Champion would grow some knights. 2 Once Upon a Times. I wonder if I'm supposed to Loxodon next turn, or if I'm supposed to pump these knights up. I don't know, but I can't Swordmaster you again. It's becoming a theme. I can't like do Curry Favor and play Swordmaster and play Loxodon. So what should I do? I can shock and just hit the opponent for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty strong. But it does feel like the sooner you get the Loxodon down, the better. And our opponent shouldn't be able to Wrath the board next turn unless they are a Miracle Worker with Kaya's Wrath, and this doesn't cast Kaya's Wrath. Shouldn't happen. Shouldn't frickin' happen, you guys. All right. So on that note, do I just cast you and cast Loxodon instead of using the burn side? Or do I just cast this with all my dorks? I think I hold the burn side. I think the burn side's important. So I didn't have to shock, did I? Urgh. Think it through before you play your land, CGB. And you at home, consider it. Okay, it's Deputy Party. Come on, Black Source. Come on, Black Source. That's not what I meant. Oh, God. I'm getting so angry. I'm getting so angry at the deck right now. So I used to have all swamps. Like this mountain was a swamp. Like all my excess lands were swamps because of this. And then I was never drawing the red sources. So now this is 2 games in a row this has happened. On the bright side, if the opponent wraths, I get back 2 Knights of the Ebon Legion. So I've got that going for me. Let's just get this done. We need more pressure. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, 2 fields means it's going to be harder to make them zombos. Root isn't going to make zombos this turn. The opponent needs 7 different lands, and these are not different. They are the same. Draw. Not the worst. Could be a lot worse. All right, team. Schmork. Drop the opponent to 1, potentially. They have a sweeper. This is not great, because they block with the deputy, they stay alive, and I get the knights back. But they're not doing it, so they don't have a sweeper. So should I play my Murderous Rider? Because here, if they sweep the board and I get my knights back, I guess they could also have another deputy, right? Or they could go, let's see. How's their white and blue sources? Blue, 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 white, 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 blue. They would need another white source, but they could time wipe and recast the deputy out. Or time wipe like returns the deputy anyway, and then these would die. So do I play out the rider? It's all to say, do you play the frickin' rider? With these zombies, the opponent might go wide enough that it matters. Because we could always draw like a Fervent Champion off the top and just trying to sneak in for 1. We also all know I'm never drawing that black source, right? It's just never gonna happen. They have to think about it, but last time Magolo's deck did this, it just destroyed me over 1 turn. So, I shouldn't be too excited. It's a fairy. What'd you do? That's not good. That's not good. Are we trying to draw into the Wrath? Oh, they didn't have it. Okay. So I think they're either looking for an untapped land that doesn't cost life, or they were trying to draw the Wrath off the top and they had an untapped land. Oh, God, yes. We got there. Yeah. Champion, veteran, swordmasters, a rider will never get to cast because that's how we do it, but we're on the play. Let's go. Throw a party. Uh-huh. You may as well give up. Mono red? Maybe. It's a lot of Smitten Swordmaster. I'm probably just playing the 2-1 lifelink. I could play the veteran and try to get in for 2, but the opponent will just shock it, right? We saw the way that the turn passed. I think I can make him shock my little Child of Night critter instead. I don't know. How can I possibly expect this to live anyway? And a lifelinker living might be better. Still, I think... If I draw another black source, it's much better to curry favor than play Swordmaster anyway. Well... Takes the hit. My decisions are done for the turn. If you have a shock, play it. Oh, maybe you just have Infuriate, a combat trick. Oh, the Rimlock Knight. It does say target creature, so that holds priority. That's great, actually. I'm 100% behind this. Here is a Foulmere Knight. We'll play it off the tournament grounds, and then we'll cycle the Curry Favor, and then we'll attack. This can't block, so... Yep, the opponent's like, nah. I think they're running away. That or they're like just super preemptive GGers. Opponent healed, they're too strong. So I'm gonna stay aggressive. My Foulmere Knight can attack, and right now attacking is pretty good. The stage got lit. There's the beard of the gods is over here. That could be a big pain. The spitter is down. All right. Well, if our opponent doesn't chump here, they die, but they don't know that. And unless they have shock, which they didn't have before. All right, so I'm just gonna attack. I might have another one of these Rimlock Knights. I guess that's possible. So we'll pump the Falmir Knight instead of the Inspiring Veteran, since I'm sure that's what they wish to kill the most. Okay, there you go. So next turn, I think they want to play the Torbran. I could cycle a Smitten now and get them to 2, and if they don't kill something, I just win. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Down to 2. 2 to 20. What you got? I say nice. I'm gonna burn you out, red deck. You're getting burnt out. Okay. Can't block. You know, that's sometimes a cost. Sometimes blocking is good. You should try it. Oh, 2 lands and 3 Smitten Swordmasters later. 7 wins. Oh my gosh, we got there. I thought I was out of this way back here. So, geez, oh Pete's, what a weird event. Is the meta settled, you guys? We played against red 4 times and Golos 4 times and 1 mono white life gain deck that conceded on turn 3. Is the meta locked? Is this what it is? Anyway, try some Knights. I hear that they get lucky. I do feel I got very lucky today, to be clear. What would I do with this deck? I mean, we either have to use a different removal spell and cut Murderous Rider, or we probably have to get rid of the Mountains and Plains. And that makes Inspiring Veteran a lot worse, to be honest, because you can't cast it off basic Swamp. And if you draw 2 swamps, if your lands are like Tournament Ground Swamp, and you have an Inspiring Veteran, that's so bad. So I don't know. We've got to even it out somehow. But that's the main problem: is the tension between Murderous Rider, Inspiring Veteran, the basic swamps, and the plains. Was I just unlucky to not be able to cast this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 out of my 22 lands produce black. It sure feels like I was just unlucky to not be able to cast this. But when it happens twice, you really start to be like, argh. Anyway, Smitten Swordmaster, you are amazing. Never change. I hope you enjoyed this video with Knights in the standard event. It was a very one-sided meta. I do apologize. I can't control which decks queue up against me, but I haven't seen that lack of deck diversity in the new meta so far. If it keeps up, I'll have to do more ranked or find other ways to play the deck to show it off, because I don't want to show you the same matchup 4 times in a video. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that. And thank you for watching this video. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.